Welcome to the Cells Soul Source podcast. I'm Jackie, a chiropractor, yogi, and Akashic reader. I'm here to activate healing in light workers of all kinds so that they can serve from an empowered place and fulfill their purpose with ease, awe, and wonder. When we master energetics, we open up avenues of healing and optimization that we never had access to before. I went from my wounded state to my healed state, and I thought I'd cracked it. I thought I'd nailed this healing business until I realized that you can go from healed to optimizing, and that is literally limitless. And so mastering how your energy works, why it gets stuck, and how to clear it becomes super, super important. If you think your energy works the same as gravity, so gravity moves down, it hits the earth, and it rebounds up through us. In yoga, we would call the current that goes down your manifesting energy, and the current that comes back up through us, your liberating energy. And when things are flowing freely, this energy moves through us unhindered. But sometimes it gets blocked and sometimes it gets stuck. And in my experience, there are two ways that this can happen. So number one is through attachment. We attach to an event or a situation because it felt really, really good, or the experience was pleasurable. So pleasurable that we wanted to remember it. And the other reason is through resistance. Our energy gets blocked or stuck when we resist something. So typically an event or an experience unfolds in a way that we weren't expecting, or other than how we would prefer it unfold. So we resist the emotion or the process because we don't have the time. It's inconvenient to process it. You know, we're in the middle of a shop, for example, and it just doesn't seem convenient to break down and cry. Sometimes we resist it because it's overwhelming. There are far too many facets and aspects to it to go through it in one go. Sometimes we're too young and we don't have all the tools we need to process it. And so your energy bodies take a really detailed impression of the experience or the event. It captures the smell, the sounds, who was there, how you felt. That detailed impression in yoga is called a samskara. And your energy bodies store that out of love. They store it so that at another time when you feel safe, or you feel like you have the appropriate resources or the appropriate tools to process it, you'll have all the information that you need to process it fully. Now, your energy bodies store this impression in specific places in the body, depending on what it's related to. So nothing that we feel in our body is random or a coincidence. It's all started in energy first. So we go through our life, and every time we come across something that is similar to the thing that we've stored, our energy bodies go, ooh, this is an opportunity to remind her of that thing we haven't finished. And so it'll trigger you. It triggers an emotional response. So you might be anxious or you might be tearful. It triggers an energetic response, so you might contract away from it. And if we miss all of those, then your physical body will send you a sensation. So maybe it's a discomfort or a pain in a particular part of your body. And we see these as triggers. We see our body as a battleground because now we've got another sensation to deal with or another symptom to deal with. But actually, these aren't triggers, they're feedback. They are bits of information giving you clues as to the thing that you still need to process or resolve to move forward. To process this energy through, usually it's an energy in motion, an emotion, through the body so that you can carry on finding out how limitless you really are. Now, if you're in my world, you're open to the idea that the universe actually sends you these experiences and these events to remind you that you still have this little something that you need to clean up. We have just forgotten how this communication system works. And once you remember how it works, then you can start to move through these blockages and these resistances with a little bit more lightness and a little bit more speed, because you aren't getting drowned in the emotional soup like we have been in the past. And let's be honest, that's why some people don't embark on this journey, because they assume that it's going to take years and years. They're going to have to pick at scabs that they don't really want to pick at, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But when you start to use your energy bodies and the feedback that they're giving you, you can start to make small, simple shifts in the moment that mean you don't have to do this big mammoth body of work, that has you dysregulated, that sends you into a spiral. You can just notice these little bits of information, take small bits of action consistently, and those compound to the big change that you're seeking. So this is what gets you through the blockage. You've got to move through it and out. And this is how we do it. Your body is literally the most sensitive feedback system ever. And it's only ever feeding you information for your highest good and healing. Even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it's quote unquote good, bad, right or wrong. There is no good, bad, right or wrong. It's just information. And when we can take ourselves out of the story and the narratives and all the things we tell ourselves, we can start to move through these blockages with a little bit more ease. So where you feel your symptoms is no coincidence. If you are feeling anything in your legs or your low back, so by legs, I mean your toes, your plantar fasciitis, your ankle sprains, your Achilles tendinopathies, your hamstring strains, your low back pain, and your sciatica. Those all point to one specific blockage. And I've got the Restore bundle that'll help you move through that on your own so that you can work with the feedback you're already getting. You're already getting this information. You just haven't dialed your awareness into it yet. And once you do, it becomes lighter. It becomes more easy. It becomes faster. And you start to approach these things with a level of curiosity instead of that adversarial energy. you against your body, you against your history and your past. It starts to become a collaborative thing. Oh, I feel this and I do that. And it gets to become that quick. So I hope that has at least piqued your interest in how your energy works, how it gets blocked, and how to move through it. I so look forward to connecting with you on the next podcast. I am rooting for you. We rise together. If you feel called, please rate and review. I'd really appreciate that.